With us today, we are going to have the lovely Nancy Steidl. You might have noticed how much the space of intellectual property has been under scrutiny in regards to AI technology. Companies navigate this very sensitive period where everybody says you shouldn't use data that doesn't belong to you, or you should use publicly accessible, publicly available, commercial free, licensed knowledge assets. How do we navigate this period when we need access to high quality information to create relevant systems?
Well, it's really important to do an IP strategy for your company, and that's the first, sort of the framework. But also, I think being empathetic and considerate and understanding where you're getting that content from. And if you are using content that is already created by other people, you should approach that person in using it. And secondly, also give credit to that person when you're using their work as well. In most cases, you will have to purchase a license.
The most high and the most popular topics in 2024, and AI and big data was one of them. How important would you say that subject is in today's world? Why?
Is very important. I think from the intellectual property side that I'm coming from, which I'm educated in, especially with artificial intelligence, it's so fast. Like if you're not in that sphere of things or that niche, you don't really know what's going on, but it is so fast and so much. From the IP side, when you're using like ChatGPT or BART and you are creating things from grabbing things from the internet, there's a lot of copyright issues and copyright infringements, and we see that with authors at the moment when they're disputing that their information on the internet is pulled into ChatGPT. So things like that, really, you have to look in your business, your IP strategies, how you're using AI in your business, and the GDPR as well, and how you're using that on the IP level. But IP as well, you should have a strategic plan with your IP in your business as well, especially in this day and age.
Welcome to the Ask Faliskini podcast with a guest. I'm proud to present Nancy Steidl from London, UK. Nancy is an international business consultant and intellectual property law specialist at the Business Mission. Nancy, please tell us more about yourself. What is your story?
Thank you very much, Peter. Thank you, first of all, for inviting me onto your show. I'm very excited to have this interview.
Should we adapt GDPR to AI, or should AI adapt to GDPR?
Right. Well, I think that AI, it's a dance. So it's both ways. In my book that's coming up, and we'll talk about that later, I use a lot of analogies. So I just say, think of protecting your creative work in the AI world like tending to a digital garden. Okay, so to keep things safe, you need to understand the rules, like kind of having a map. And so regular updates and just making sure that you are safe with the GDPR in your apps is crucial for that sort of sector with AI.
Hello and welcome to this wonderful webinar. We have a powerhouse of brainiac women from around the world. They're experts in their respective fields. This is one of 6 panel discussions that is part of the Women in AI Forum. Nancy Steidl. Steidl. Pardon me. Nancy Steidl, she is an international business consultant and intellectual property law specialist with a focus on AI. Her practice is called the Business Mission, and she's originally from Canada, but she's been in the UK for the past 25 years. She is well accomplished in the realm of academic endeavors, getting her third master's and applying it to real world scenarios for businesses across a spectrum of sizes. Pleasure to have you, Nancy. Where are you calling from, and how are you doing?
Well, thank you very much, Joaquin, for having us on your show, and hopefully this this forum will educate people more. I'm very honored to be with the other ladies in this forum as well, and filled with lots of knowledge and expertise as well. I'm in the UK, as you mentioned. I'm Canadian, so you can see that I don't have a huge British accent. But I'm really excited to get the show on the.
Nancy?
So I'm going to be coming in with sort of the intellectual property law perspective of it. So I think the adoption of AI technologies really has spurred that significant interest and challenge. So as at the moment with IP, animals and robots cannot own the IP. So as AI becomes more, involved in various industries, the question arises about what is the ownership and who owns it, and what kind of protection is part of this AI generated innovation. So IP laws are trying to adapt and address the unique aspects of AI generated creations, such as whether AI can be considered an inventor and who owns those rights to AI generated work.
So this will be a guest episode, and we'll be talking about this topic with Nancy. Nancy is an author and intellectual property law specialist specializing in AI and big data. Nancy is based in the UK, and she's the founder of the Business Mission. So welcome to the show, Nancy.
Thank you very much for having me on, Peter. I'm very excited about this show because I hope that the information that we share today will help other people as we go into this AI landscape in their business. Businesses already using AI should conduct their regular IP audits to assess these risks associated with the AI usage. And this really includes identifying the IP infringement issues and just taking those actions to mitigate those risks. And additionally, businesses' responsibility is to stay up to date with these evolving AI IP laws and regulations to ensure compliance. AI could infringe on the business's IP by generating content that closely resembles copyright material, or by using algorithms or data without, the owner's permission. I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that AI generated content is automatically considered public domain, where in reality, businesses they need to obtain proper permission and licensing for any content creating using AI tools. And if you fail to do this, this will result in legal consequences and financial losses.
Wow.
Amazon is a very huge pioneer in using AI and machine learning to enhance their customer experiences. They also manage their IP by securing patents for their AI technology and allowing companies to use this.
It's been awesome to have you. Thank you. Grazie.
And then next to him there is Nancy Steidl. She's a consultant and specializes in intellectual property and international business consultants. And she focuses on the field of AI, robots, big data, and she's at the junction of AI and big data with applications to produce practical business insights. She's a managing director and CEO of the Business Mission, which is a consultancy firm, and it focuses IP.
Yeah, I think it's about accountability quite a bit. So
There's some questions that I'd like to address to you guys is, should AI developers be liable for training their models on copyright material, or should the responsibility shift to the end users generating the infringed content? So when you are using AI, you really have to think about, I have to take responsibility and be accountable of how I'm using this. Because at the moment, there is just this gray zone. It's like, if you're putting something into ChatGPT, who is owning that? And then when you are getting ChatGPT to shove it out to you, you have to take into account that there's people that have generated that content and now you're using it. So accountability is high on the list.
So I totally agree with Nancy and Age that